which happened in 2015. But let's take a brief look about Volkswagen. It's a German automobile company established in 1937, which is headquarters located in Wolfsburg, Germany. As of 2016, the total employees were 626,715, and also they had 100 production facilities across 27 countries. And in 2016, they were the world's largest automaker by sales. I would like us to watch this short video to tell us a brief background of the ethical issue.
How do you like my new car? Isn't diesel dirty?
Oh, say it's beautiful, for Christ's sake.
Diesel has long been a dirty word in America.
Diesel in Latin means dirty.
As a result, the market for diesel cars is tiny compared to Europe. For the Volkswagen Group, which includes Audi and many other brands, this presented a huge opportunity.
Lady, that's diesel!
I know.
They made an aggressive push into the market with their new clean diesel technology.
Diesel, it's no longer a dirty word.
These new diesel cars promise to meet strict US emissions standards while delivering better fuel efficiency and not compromising on the all-important performance. But it turns out, in America at least, they've been cheating.
All right.
Our company was dishonest.
VW also installed the so-called defeat device software. When it detects that the car is being run in a lab, it adjusts systems that regulate the exhaust emissions. When the cars are driven in the real world, it switches back to a much less environmentally friendly mode. So far, 5 models are known to be affected. 11 million cars worldwide have this software installed, and 500,000 of those are in the US. Experts say the cleaning technology may affect the car's performance and also its fuel efficiency, 2 things central to their diesel marketing campaign.
Many people are trying to do their part. Some just have more fun doing it.
As a result of VW's deception, up to 1 million tons of additional toxic gases have been pumped into the atmosphere by VW engines. The company's truth in engineering and clean diesel image may also be toxic now.
From the video, go to the overview of the problem. In September 2015, the EPA found that many of the Volkswagen cars in America had the defeat device, or you could call it a software. And the EPA also found out that about 482,000 cars in the US had this device. And also, Volkswagen manufactured the Audi A3 and the BMW models, B2, Golf, and Passat. Those were the cars that were actually had this defeat device in them. And Volkswagen admitted that about 11 million of these cars worldwide, including 8 million in Europe, were fitted with the defeat device. So this is actually the overview of the problem. That's the defeat device. The car contains the software that turns off emission once it's in the laboratory for test, and also it turns them on during the emission test, deceiving the regulatory bodies. And then during the operation, the car emits nitrogen oxide about 40 times more than required in the US. So we need to talk the ethical issues. First and foremost is that Volkswagen disregarded the EPA's law, which had to do with the number of times you get the emission, and also they invented the software to avoid them. So in other words, they actually cheated the EPA authority. And let's not forget that the emission also impacted the air of the United States, which we can also say the air pollution, which was causing harm in the United States.
Or if you look at from the egoism view also, Volkswagen were more concerned with their own profit and not looking at the society at large, for them to have fixed the software that would deceive the testing agency and at the same time add to the carbon footprint in the atmosphere. Also, if you look at ethics of duties, Were they consistent? Consistency? Is it that every automaker also impute such software? No. Also, you look at what they did. Were they dignifying to human beings? As in, human dignity was swept over the carpet, and what was the focal point of Volkswagen was just profit. And also, the universality of their actions. Was it universal? Will all automobile companies do the same thing? Obviously, no. Also, when you look at the virtue of ethics as an approach, where these people that took those decisions, are they of virtuous character? Obviously, no, because it was deception. Feminism. And also, where do they look at the friendliness or the relationship between all parties, all the stakeholders, while taking this decision? Obviously no, because if the consumers, the environment, and other pressure groups were put in action, they wouldn't have taken this decision. Also look at the ethics of right and justice. Obviously, people's rights are being infringed upon, and you couldn't say justice has been done. Look at ethics of discourse, where all the parties involved had a playing ground where everybody discussed what they needed before installing such device. Obviously no. And also the last theory, which probably is the modern one, the postmodern ethical lens, which means you take action based on your gut feelings. On gut feelings, is it right to deceive? Obviously no. Now, when you look at stakeholders concerned also in this issue, you discover that the impact of such on the shareholders was such that after the emission scandal, the stock price of Volkswagen nosedive, the shareholders' wealth nosedive, and even the CSR, this was that such they were supposed to pursue a greener technology. Rather, Volkswagen were adding to the carbon footprint and increasing nitrogenous oxide in the atmosphere 40 times. Now, when you look at the impact of what they've done, the impact on their shareholders, like with this, I said earlier, there was a slump in share price, and the prices and the shareholders were dropped. On the environment, the greenhouse footprint cannot be overemphasized. It was acid rain, and also there a 60 related debt issues that were related to this particular issue. The employees' morale were all-time lows. The companies had to set aside 6.7 billion euros for them to be able to meet aside with the lawsuit and the fines that follows. And also, their competitors, like you now have a situation whereby the searchlight were not being on other automakers, such that even their technology that were not supposed to be scrutinized were beginning to have a beam. But based on all this that has happened, and given the impact of the emission on the atmosphere and all the stakeholders, we recommend that, one, they should stop this self-certification, a situation whereby an automaker will be the one that will test her engine and certify good. It is unethical. Also, Volkswagen should rather pursue aggressively greener engines rather than pursuing diesel engines. We also see they should collaborate with other health institutes to be able to invest in research and development such that issues and illnesses that came as a result of this emission issue will be reduced. Also, Volkswagen should encourage transparency and accountability in our operations, such as to recapture consumers' confidence and also the shareholders' confidence that has been all-time low. Also, Volkswagen should encourage whistleblowing. The duties to fair trial and free conscience of our employees should be legislated upon and encouraged, such that when there are sharp practices in automobile practices, employees could come up and report to the regulatory authorities. Then they should adopt strategies to win back their customers, because obviously they've lost their customers' loyalty as a result of this scandal, and they need to recapture this loyalty. So they need to be proactive, adopt lean, contemporary business strategies to be able to do that. Also, there should be a staff reorientation whereby staff look at the bigger picture of their product and not the immediate benefit of what their product will have to the bottom line. So in conclusion, we conclude that Obviously, it's unethical what they've done. Regulatory authority operations group needs to be thorough in testing and certification. Greener technologies in automobile industry should be encouraged by means of legislation. Stiffer punitive measures should be adopted to serve as a deterrent to future automobiles that will want to go into that. And also there should be synergy and cooperation among automobile makers such that when they have new technologies that will reduce carbon footprint, it should be shared. This, although we know that green is the new capital word, green is the new way forward, so for them to be able to achieve this, there should be a certain level of collaboration and synergy within the automakers, the regulatory authority, to be able to achieve a reasonable and reduced carbon footprint on a global scale.